Luverne, Minnesota celebrated the arrival of a vehicle that was used during the invasion of Normandy. Grant Green went to Operation Homecoming Parade. He has more about what it meant for the city in our top story tonight.
I'm here in Rock County, Minnesota, in front of this Rock County Veterans Memorial, where people earlier came to celebrate a Jeep that was used in Normandy, making its way to the city. Now, there's a documentary coming out. The director and children of veterans of Normandy say they are very excited to finally have it in town.
The Jeep Willy was found in a barn in Omaha Beach, Normandy, France, where it had been sitting since 1953. The director of the documentary that came out today says it all started with a phone call from famous Minnesota photographer Jim Vandenberg.
We have 1 year to find the Jeep, to find the right people to do that, to restore the Jeep, and to write the documentary, to make the documentary, to edit the documentary, to be ready for today.
Other vehicles from different eras in military history went through Main Street as kids waved their American flags and picked up candy.
I'm pleased with the parade. Was awesome, and I think the amount of people that came out to show honor and to want to see the Jeep Willy that's being given to Luverne was pretty emotional.
The city of Luverne has a notable military history. It's featured in Ken Burns' documentary The War, with Tom Hanks as one of the voice actors. Jerry Aniston, whose father served in Normandy as a fighter pilot, says it was the perfect place for this event to take place.
For the people here in this area, the veterans are very special, and to be able to have such a gathering in this small little town and so many vehicles and so many people turn out to honor all those that fought and died in the war is just an amazing tribute.
Even Christophe, who hails all the way from France, has such a strong appreciation for veterans.
I hope that people who will watch the documentary, I hope that they will understand that in France we never forget what American soldiers did 80 years ago. Even young kids in Normandy in France, they still believe that you did great things 80 years ago.
Christophe says he's currently in the works of doing a documentary about anti-poaching in Africa. In Luverne, Minnesota, Grant Green, Dakota News Now.